Hello everyone, my name is Arnaud Dumas-Durali and I am CEO of the Blinc Group and Chairman of the ISO standards on vaping products, here to update you on the coronavirus's impacts on the vaping supply chain. Now, let me dive right into it with manufacturing. One of the areas that we've been spending a lot of time on setting up redundancies is raw material suppliers. Let me tell you that right now we have 1 million finished products being assembled as we speak, as well as 34 million raw materials being manufactured. Around 80 to 100% of our raw material suppliers are back up to full capacity in China. Now, one area that is lacking a little bit is testing. So EMC testing, ROHS testing for some raw materials has been lagging, and we've been picking this up with our redundancies over here in the US with 2 different labs. One other area that we want to discuss is the fact that Chinese government is actually mandating some of these raw material suppliers to manufacture specifically for the medical industry as we speak. A clear example of this is last week, the Chinese government mandated 2 of our PCB suppliers. That's the printed circuit board, which controls all of the electronics and the battery and safety functions of your batteries in your devices. They've been mandated to work only for the medical industry from April 1st to April 10th. We were fortunate enough to be able to work with one of our redundancies in the PCB supplier space and still provide products for our clients. Now, one other segment that is really impacted at the moment is shipping. One main reason, because the borders are closed, which leads to international trade decline. There is less capacity. This has led to many consequences. Air freight costs have increased by 100% from China to Europe and the US, and in some places in Southeast Asia by 200%. Since most air cargo space is now taken up by medical supplies, specifically after massive cuts in cargo capacity from canceled passenger flights, it's becoming more challenging for other products to get through. New products like stronger testing and potential flight crew quarantines in government hospitals in China are also disrupting US cargo flights. In other countries, pilots are allowed to self-isolate. A clear example of this is FedEx last week that canceled all their flights outbound to the US for 24 hours. Everything is back to normal at the moment. Another aspect is DHL. DHL for the past couple of weeks has been prioritizing medical supplies. And we have to agree with that. So we are experiencing, in the shipping at least, a few days of delay. Now, one thing that I really want to stress today is the preparation and the redundancies and the resiliency of our supply chain. This could not have been done without our team based in Shenzhen. Creek, Gloria, Tony, thank you very much for everything you've been doing for the past 2 years in setting us up for a almost seamless transition during this pandemic. Most importantly, our team has been fighting over the past 3 months with this pandemic and dealing with all of the quarantines and the restrictions, and have been doing a very great job. Again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for helping us out with this. One last thing I want to emphasize. We are based in Manhattan. I see people every day out of my window congregating on the grass, on the lawns, having picnics. Why is this? You have strict social distancing guidelines in place. How do you think China managed to handle this in 2 months? My guess is we're going to be here for a lot longer in the US and in Europe. People, please respect social distancing. It is the most important thing you can do right now. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for others. Thank you very much, and hopefully the next update will not have to be at my home in these amateur conditions. Thank you very much. Have a great day and a great week. Bye-bye.